हेलो फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार दोस्तों। आज थोड़ा लाइव मार्केट में रिकॉर्डिंग कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मैं ओवरनाइट नहीं कर पाया था। तो अभी जैसा आप चार्ट देख रहे हैं, निफ्टी और बैंक निफ्टी की रणनीति लेकर के मैं आया हूँ। क्या कर सकते हैं आज के ट्रेड में, जस्ट अ डे बिफोर द एक्सपायरी। सो फर्स्ट द स्टैंडर्ड डिस्क्लेमर विच इज पुट ऑन द चैनल, बट I need to say that for this video is only for the information purpose and educational purpose, and all the views and uh, information which are shared by me are to be kept in mind with the view that I am not a SEBI registered financial advisor, and you need to trade based on your financial consultant's advices. So before any further move, as you see that it is live recording which I'm doing. Already it's 10:25 a.m. and what we are seeing in the Nifty is something I already prepared to show you guys what we can expect. So there are two boundaries which we have at the moment for the intraday trade references, which is 11,495 on the upper side and 11,430 on the downside. And I'm sure if you remember how we had performed based on our views yesterday in the market, is that we took in the initial part a precise support at 11,425 odd number, and then it rallied back to 11 nearby 11,490. So you need to have your trailing stop losses or your profit booking ability to take off money from the table on intraday levels. Positional level bias remains bullish. We are probably going to head towards 11,700 and odd, as the view has been in this week. And let's see what we can expect in the intraday today. So what you see is this channel which we are seeing now. So earlier we were seeing that there was a narrow channel which was being plotted, but that is something which is not working. So this broad range of support trend line which has taken place, support yesterday on hourly charts of Nifty futures, as we see, and this is working beautifully fine. So the moment we starts trading above 11,495 on Nifty futures today, I think this will be a very strong bullish sign, and then it should eventually head towards 11,630 is my target, not anything uh, like 11,500 and not this time. That I think we are going to take off 11,520 kind of resistance which is holding on. So that is something which should work. At the same time, what if this trend line breaks? So the moment you see that this starts slipping below 11,430 today in intraday on Nifty futures, probably we can even head towards 11,340 with a very fast and furious move. So this is view on the Nifty intraday. I hope this will help to somewhat. And before any further delay, let's look at the Bank Nifty futures chart. This has been playing well. Yesterday we saw that if I let me just plot it on some 15-minute chart. So what we were expecting yesterday, that in the opening we can first scale towards 21,100. This precisely happened, and then faced the resistance that it didn't sustain there, and we got an opportunity to lap up nearby 23,800 odd numbers, which was very nice move, and that was a long trade as suggested for positional as well intraday, and eventually it even gave beyond a new day high, which is even 23,150 odd levels on the Nifty futures. This again gave some another opportunity, but even this time, if you were having some trailing stop loss for the intraday, probably that got hit from my level. And if you are some conservative trader, you would have at least kept a day low stop loss of previous day. That would have worked well. But anyways, even positionally we are looking at that once 23,100 crosses, it is going to go towards 23,500 plus. In fact, I see that 23,700 is the level we should touch. And what I'm seeing is now probably there is a very high case that it can happen today or max by tomorrow, because we are already trading above this level. It's just that you need to manage your risk, manage your stop losses. And at the moment I see that 23,060, which was our breakout level, or rather you can just round it off to 23,100 plus minus few points and sustain for a few minutes. That can be your stop loss, and This, if works, can give you definitely 23,500 to 7,000 range within today or tomorrow. Now let me give you some insight about other things other than these levels of Nifty and Bank Nifty, which is precisely few data facts. So global markets have been doing fine at the moment. They have been little bit on a neutral bias, so that goes well for our bullish bias on the Nifty and Bank Nifty for the day. And there was some decent amount of delivery based buying in some of the large bank names like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, and SBI, etc., which is again, putting that something is really working well there in the Bank Nifty, and that we can see from the Bank Nifty futures chart too. What has been not working in favor of the Nifty move, that it is halting near this 11,500 odd numbers and not letting us see the 11,540 and 5,080 chart, is because there are a huge number of call writers who are sitting and resisting this move. So probably they have used Reliance. If you look at the Reliance chart, I have brought in that also to give some perspective. How do we read some of this stuff? So this has been something which has been utilized yesterday and even narrow range earlier and today also in the morning to bring down the 11,500 level and below and not let it go easily. So this is playing very strongly by the bulls. But what we see now, even on the Reliance, is if this is a daily chart, what you're seeing, there has been, this the first day of the July series, first day of the August series low has been nearby 2050 odd numbers, and then on very first day again it got down towards 2000, and there was a big crashing for the bears, and then they have not been able to come into the game still now. So this large candle which you saw initially was formed, and anyways do not forget that it has been a long uptrending and nearby all-time high trading stock. So this is something which is not an easy exit or easy thing to give up by the bulls. Now there has been some attempt by the bears. So now the zone which has been seen today, like 2047 low, so nearby 2050 is somewhere bulls will show some action for sure. Is something which you can go with. So I would recommend that one can go with the stop loss for the day low today on the even Reliance futures and just trail it. Let's see what it gives. Probably we may even break this open is equal to high of nearly 2085 or 2080-90 levels on upside either today or even into tomorrow morning if it works well in favor. You can even carry for tomorrow, and we should see a probably large upside because eventually if 11,500 has to be scaled on Nifty, Reliance has to participate in that rally, and that is the view we are seeing from the Nifty chart. So let's let's see what we need to do is keep our stop losses, keep our trading levels. Now one last thing I want to share here is this 11,500 call option chart on the Nifty, this monthly expiry. What is happening here is we had seen Bank Nifty chart in our previous session, and that worked so well. If you remember, right from the 200 level, we were saying that it can cross uh, let me show that first. So what happened and what is happening in that 23,000. Yeah. Oh God. Wow. So what happened here? What is setup we got in this? And so initially, yesterday, it gave a breakout about 20 in the initial period. You need to be quick in trading Bank Nifty, and then I think within first 5 minutes only it scaled about 20 to 200, which was our breakout level. And yeah, and then you need to have your stop losses. Initial stop loss was 90, and then you can trail it, of course, based on your risk appetite. But once it crossed 200, it even went to 300, again gave a dip towards 150, which was as per the Bank Nifty futures level we saw was 23,800 odd numbers, and from there 150 it got again 300, again gave another opportunity towards the closing session towards 150. uh, and then today now you see that it is even trading beyond 360. So bears are just being crashed out of the Bank Nifty option writing of calls. Now what I am just looking at is what is happening in 11,500 call option of Nifty for this series. So there will be again some clue about it, and there. Let's see a little bit of hourly chart. So what we see here is this is yesterday's session, this is day before, and this is even since like 20th August. So it's been some 3-4 days session that this Nifty call option of 11,500 has traded six well below 50-60 rupees, this price zone entirely. And what was happening is here, from here, this 2.5 million contract open interest got built up to 4.5, so almost doubled till this time, when this threshold was played, and then only some got exit. So you see that it just ended even with 3.5 million, so still 1.5 million extra than what these guys entered. So almost resisting that, and playing for it that 11,500 call writers will win the game at the end of the day. But what we are seeing now is, again, there is a pressure coming yesterday constantly, and then that got it add up of more open interest. Now, why I'm giving this context is, we have already seen Nifty futures chart. We have already seen Reliance, how it is going to play. We have already seen how Bank Nifty has broken out. So what is going to happen is this, there may be a real panic in these 11,500 call writers once we start trading above 60 levels. So that will be enough to really have a big rally and big spike, and that can go up to even 100 rupees or even higher, uh, which will be easy target. This can be easy target once it starts to trade 60. So you need to keep your risk management in place. You need to keep your stop losses, because it's very it can be very volatile. So that was one view I wanted to share, that you can take a clue on these 3-4 charts. And while we are speaking, Reliance is already trying to spike up. What is happening here is, yeah, so this was the place where we said that there should be some action from the bull side, and it's working. Bank Nifty is again not giving up. It's holding on, and Nifty is trying to scale little bit up, already at near 11,400. You just keep a level of 11,495, and if that starts to scale up, we may be in for a big rally today. So thank you so much for listening and seeing this video. Hope this helps. Stay safe, trade safe, and till the next video, thank you so much. Enjoy your day and have a profitable day.